Hi there, my name is April Sawtelle and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Hanging with April. I am so happy that you found this channel. So on this channel, what you're going to find is a little bit of everything. We're going to have a blast. There's going to be decluttering and cleaning and cooking and exercising. We'll be going to the beaches. We'll be taking trips all around Maine and other places as well. I'm going to take you along for everything. We'll be going in town. We'll be doing shopping. I am so thrilled about this channel. This is something I have wanted for so long. Before I started YouTube, I thought this is how I thought I wanted it to be. But I do have a YouTube channel. It is so great. I love my YouTube channel. It's a sewing and quilting channel, Sew and Quilt with April Sawtelle, and I love sewing and quilting, and I love that channel. But what gets in the way is my everyday life. That's why I can't put out videos as often as I want. So I have decided, and this isn't anything new, I have been pondering this idea for so long, that why not just take the camera and do everything. Do this whole side of my life and keep that whole side of my life separate. So I will have two YouTube channels. If you're ever interested in sewing or quilting or anything to do with anything like that, you can jump over there and check that out. I'm going to tell my channel over there, same thing. If they're ever interested in a little bit more than just sewing and quilting and sewing room things, to jump over here. So on my other side, I also do YouTube shorts, and I have a little red spool of thread, and we call her Little Miss Ready Thready, and I make little videos of her. So it's really fun. If you want to go check those out, you can check those right over on the other side as well. So happy. I can't wait to get this video put out so I can just move right on to making the content. I love making YouTube videos. I have so much fun. I mean, I still am learning on the editing thing, but that's my favorite thing to do. I really love the editing. It does take a long time, but I just love it. I love after I've made the video. And can you imagine after my house gets cleaned? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so happy. I've just been so stuck for so long. So things have got neglected. I do a lot of things in my life. I still have, my son still lives at home. That's fabulous. The grandkids are all, everybody comes over quite a lot. That's so good. We're always doing stuff together. So I do work. I'm a realtor. I've been a realtor for about 23, 24 years. And so that's been fabulous. And I do respite care. I do shared living. So I have a young lady that lives with us who is wonderful. I've done shared living for a long time, and I love doing shared living. What I used to do was I used to have a daycare and a nursery school back in the early 90s. I ran that, and then I kept that, I think, till about 2008, 2009, I think I actually didn't get licensed. So I had that because the last year in 2008, I went really full-time into real estate. I ended up opening up my office. I was a part-time realtor before that. While I had my daycare and my nursery school, I was selling real estate back then. But I had people working for me, so that allowed me to go out and sell real estate too, if I wanted to do it during those hours. So I was in it then. Then I opened up an office for like 4 years in 2008 to 2012, but I closed my daycare in 2009, I believe, just before I got relicensed. I had closed that. So I think I had that for 15 years, and it overlapped with my real estate. You know what I mean? Like, I got licensed in 2000, so that overlapped. I did both till 2008 when I did my office, and then after that, I was just, did real estate. I'm at a point in my life where I only do, for real estate now, I only do referrals and repeat business. So don't do a whole lot in that anymore, at least not for now. Doesn't mean I won't in the future. But for right now, that's what works. So that's, it's great. Everything is really great. The only thing is that I've got for issues is getting myself together and getting this house together. Other than that, life is good. This is really just more about motivating people, about me getting motivated, about getting my house in order. My house is a wreck. I am so stuffed full of stuff. Borderline hoarder. I just know it. It's just time for me to get this place under control. So I'm going to take the camera along with me, and I am just so excited for this. Probably a lot of you can relate if you're watching this. You know, we have too much stuff. That's just how it is. I cannot wait to go through it. You know, I do go through the stuff quite a bit, but what the problem is I just keep accumulating it. I always set these like conditions with my kids that when they're done with something, let me know. Maybe I'll want it back, or let me know. Maybe I'll keep it. Mistake. I have got to stop doing that. So I'm quitting that right now. So a little bit about me. So I live in Central Maine. I live in a very beautiful state. We have 4 wonderful seasons, and it's a lot of fun to live here in Maine. So I have 4 children. They're all adults. I have a whole bunch of grandkids, 2 dogs, 2 cats. So we are a very busy bunch. There's always something going on. We do have a lot of fun. We do a lot of fun things, especially in the summertime. I am just hoping that you guys are going to want to come along. We're going to go through everything in this house. I'm at a point in my life where if I don't use it, I'm done with it. Period. I just have to change. I have to change my ways. It's just I'm bursting at the seams. This house is just bursting at the seams. I've always said, if my car is clean, my house is clean, my garage is clean, my pocketbook's clean, my life is just good. Now, I will say my life is good. I have a great life. I feel very happy. I feel very weighed down right now, though, because I just haven't had time to do anything in my house. And I just can't even wait now to just get rid of all this stuff. By doing this, I'm going to have more time to do all the things in my life that I really want to do. I kind of have forgotten about all of those things. So that's why I'm so excited to bring this camera along with me. Comment below. Let me know whatever your problems are. If you have any big dilemmas going on. 2023 was a very crazy year for my house. We had a lot of problems. My husband had a lot of medical problems. He's got that all under control though. Thank goodness. I'm so happy to see that year just go by and into the new year. You know, we always have something going on at my house. Some event or birthday parties, Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, in my house is where we do everything. So I have a lot of stuff for all of the things that we do. But what the problem is I have too much stuff, like furniture, chairs, you know, you name it. My house isn't messy. It's full. I mean, full to the brim. So I definitely can't wait to get rid of some stuff. I think this whole new me, I'm on a whole new mission in my life, and I'm so thrilled. So one thing is, so when my husband was having his medical issues, I was seeing the doctors for just some medical stuff on my part, not bad like his, but still enough that I need to just straighten myself out. One good thing about me starting this channel right now, I have been waiting to open this channel for so long, and now it's really coming at a good time. So I have to start working on myself. That's the whole new me that I'm trying to have come out, right? So I went to the doctors and I said, could I get some Trulicity? If you don't know what Trulicity is, it's a shot that you get for diabetics. Well, I'm not diabetic. My doctor said, I don't think they'll give it to you because, you know, you're just pre-diabetic. And I said, okay, that's fine. But then she did take my A1C. She comes back in the room and she goes, April, so I've got good news and I've got bad news. She goes, good news is you're getting Trulicity. The bad news is you've gone over the threshold. You are actually now diabetic. I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't let myself get too stressed. I was just like, you know, I've been to the diabetes class when they told me I was pre-diabetic. I went and I did that, but I've done nothing about it. I haven't changed my ways at all. Now, I mostly eat low carb food. That's just something I've done for years. It makes me feel good. I eat very healthy food, but I do eat a lot. You know, it's a real big portion control. I've got to get that under wraps. And I got to give up the butter and the sour cream. You know, there's things, I mean, I didn't get this way by just eating a lower carb diet. So I took the Trulicity a week ago. I'm down 7 pounds. I'm not kidding you. I couldn't believe it. The thing about it is I'm just not hungry. What a good feeling though. If I'm going to be diabetic and I can have this Trulicity, I assure you I will not be on this very long. I'm not trying to promote the Trulicity whatsoever, but I'm telling you, I am just not even hungry. It makes me feel so good as far as that goes. It's like I feel very confident that this is going to work for me. So I'm going to keep you guys posted as well as to how the weight loss is going. Maybe it's going to inspire some of you to start working on your weight if you feel like you need to work on your weight too. We can do this together. I'm going to start exercising right off too, and I'm going to bring you guys along for that as well. I mean, I'm really ready to make some changes, and I'm hoping that by bringing you along, it motivates you, and I hope it inspires you, and I hope it really gets me going too. You know, I hope it really motivates me by bringing you guys along with me. It keeps me accountable. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to just making complete changes. I'm going to bring you through my house sometimes. We're going to see everything. I'm going to try to keep the videos fairly short. Don't want to keep them too long because I want to keep you watching. But I'm going to try not to do real huge projects. I'm going to try to, you know, I'm going to buy myself a timer and I'm going to set it for 1 hour. Now, you guys won't watch for an hour. It'll be probably 10 minutes after I edit it. But I'm going to try to just go and really be serious about this and go through the entire house, garage, cars, you name it. I have a ton of boxes just waiting to be filled. This is really going to be hard though. Well, I shouldn't say it's going to be hard. I keep saying it's going to be hard, and then it makes it harder on me to go through the stuff, because when I go through my things, I am very sentimental and every single thing has a meaning for me. That's really hard. So I'm going to try to say whatever I really don't use, I really just want to get rid of it. I just do. So one thing that I've done recently, I have a ton of blankets. We have a camper, and that camper is sitting outside in our pool area. It's really like, we call it just a bunkhouse now. It's just where people can stay in the summertime. Mostly my daughter and her boyfriend and her dogs come home. They live in Nashville, Tennessee. They'll just stay here as much as they can, and they'll go back and forth to work or whatnot. And they'll stay out there for a good part of the summer. So then what happened, so all my blankets are out there, and seriously, nobody uses these blankets. Even when the other kids and the little kids and everybody comes over, I have all the blankets in the house that we really do use. So it's just a little bit overkill. We don't need them. So about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I told my sister, I said, I have all these blankets. I have to give them to the homeless. I just do. And I never found like a contact person. Probably didn't look real aggressively. One day I was talking to her and I said, I got all these blankets. She said, oh, I have a contact person. Now my sister lives an hour away from me. So we met up. I brought her all of the blankets. We filled her little Prius right full with bags of blankets and whatnot. I actually had taken them out of the camper and put them up in the garage at one point. So I get them down to my sister. We meet up. She takes them. And about a week later, she calls me. And it was like 9:30 at night. My sister is not up at 9:30 at night, and neither am I. I go to bed early. I go to bed early and I get up early. So she said, you're not going to believe this. Oh my God. And I was frantic. I thought something was wrong. And she said, oh my goodness, April, I brought all those blankets down to she lives in Lewiston, and she brought them down right onto the streets of Lewiston without the contact person. And she said it was so cold that night. She started handing out the blankets. People were coming from all over the streets, and they were getting the blankets. Oh my gosh, she was so happy. I was so happy, and imagine how happy those homeless people were. Well, I just couldn't even, it was such a To think somebody's out there and being that cold was just horrible. So I was so happy that I gave all those blankets. Now, I worried at first, like, oh, those blankets are going to have there's a hole in one of them. And, oh, I was worried because, some were stained or whatever. Can you imagine? None of that mattered. And that's what my sister said. None of that matters. I'm so happy I did that. So happy I didn't just give those blankets to Goodwill and have them sell it. So for me going through this whole new stage now and getting rid of all this stuff, I'm going to be sure that I'm giving it to somebody that needs it. So when I get rid of all of these items, I'm really going to find out who needs them. So my sister-in-law said that she's on a site where people write in, it's on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook all that much, but I can get the information from her. And she said people will put their needs and stuff. So I might be able to post on there and say, I have a bunch of dishes. Does anybody need them? And I'll just give them away. I'm not good at selling stuff. I had a yard sale a few years ago. I only sold a few things, and I called somebody and said, come and get it all. And they came and got it all. I just am not good at selling stuff at all. So I just soon donate it. But I want to really donate it to the source. So I'll take you along for that too. So as far as my weight, I'm going to weigh in on every Monday. I'll keep you guys posted. I am so thrilled about this. There's as we get going here on this channel and we get to know each other, and please comment, and we'll start this whole new friend relationship. So I'm going to be weighing in every Monday. This is going to keep me so accountable. Now, I don't know if I'll put a video out every Monday, but I'm going to let you know every week how much I'm down. And if you're doing this too, please let me know in the comments what you're doing. I will be posting a lot of videos on this channel. So ring the bell so you're always notified. We have a lot of big projects coming up here in the spring. We're going to be painting my son's room once snowmobile season is over. So my son's room is going to get a little bit of a makeover. It's like a efficiency apartment down in his room. And we're just going to be redoing, painting and setting him up more of a, counter space and things like that. So that's going to be something fun that I'll take you along with too. We go to a lot of places. I know I already said that, but we go to a lot of places. So I think you're going to have a great time here. So my kids still all live around, except one daughter that lives in Nashville, Tennessee. But she's home a lot. She'll come home quite often, her and her boyfriend and the dogs. So that's very nice. And my husband and I have been down there quite a few times too. So there's just always something fun happening. We throw a lot of parties at our house. There's always just some big event going on, birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. All of the holidays are here. In the summertime, everybody comes here. We have a pool, so we have a lot of company. So let me tell you. So my problem is I'm almost like borderline hoarder. I have too much stuff. Don't trip on anything. You can sit anywhere. It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty full. It's just squishy. I have a lot of everything. I'm such a collector of stuff. I'm such a collector of, and I mean stuff like forks. I'm a collector of furniture. I'm a collector of chairs. Why do you have so many chairs? In my pool area alone, I bet you I have 50 spots to sit. Just ridiculous. I don't know why I do that. I can't have just one of anything. I have to make sure I've got enough seats for everybody. Everybody tells me, don't have so many seats in your living room. But I'm like, but I don't want anybody not to have a seat. They're like, well, they can pull in from the kitchen, right? They can pull in all the stuff from the kitchen. It's just not who I am. I'm so I have to have so many of everything. Everything has to be so big and so much. And, if I go to a sale, I can't just go buy one shirt at the sale. I have to buy 10 shirts because it's a sale. And, good Lord knows if a sale is a sale, you're going to buy. I need to buy it. I need to stop that. I've done good though. Since COVID, I've really done good. During COVID, it was I'm sure all of you did the same thing. The prepping. I was such a prepper, and I am a prepper. I've always been a prepper in nature. Just that's who I am. I've always had, like I always said, if something happens drastic, I could feed the neighborhood. Like I could take care of everybody with food. Why? Why is that me? I don't need to do that. I did that during COVID. Oh Lord, I dedicated an entire room for prepping. And it was just, the stores still were open. We still were getting orders. I wasn't going to the stores, but I was doing online orders. And finally, I got all of that under wraps. I got rid of the whole room being for COVID. I got everything situated. I kind of quit shopping. Like I try not to do a lot of groceries anymore. That's been that was a problem before COVID. Like my refrigerator was so full. Now I buy a lot of condiments. I'm not saying I always have so much food. Well, I kind of do. Like I stopped buying stuff to put in the freezer. I don't need to have this much stuff. Why can't we just go to the store and buy fresh? So I've been working on that. But of course, if you open my fridge, something's going to fall out at you. It's like I have to be the one to open the fridge. I'm the one that has to put everything away because I have it like literally jam-packed in there. I'm trying so hard to stop that. I've got my pantry down to just one nice small pantry. I mean, I have a lot of issues like being so excessive. There's no need of it. We're not going, I feel sometimes as soon as I hear like, oh, something in the world is going on, I'm like, I panic and I'm just like, okay, we have to stock up. No, stop stocking up. Be a little example how much I stock up. This is what I'm trying to cure. I'm hoping by this channel, I'm hoping that you guys can help me, fix myself too. So pool floats, let's just say pool floats. I go to the store and they're on sale and they're really nice. They're mats. They don't have air in them. Well, I bought one for everybody. Well, guess what? Everybody doesn't want one and they wouldn't even fit in my pool if everybody had one. We have our own floats to put in the pool, but I have to have, so many of them. So that was one thing I forgot to say. When I was donating those blankets to the homeless, I did send a couple of those mats and those were really great for, if you have to sleep and you can use it to lay on because it doesn't have air in it. So I did donate some. That was a great thing. I felt really happy about that. But I was just like, oh, to part with it. So that's the problem, is parting with stuff. Sometimes it's like, oh, I can't part with this because what if so-and-so needs this? What if so-and-so needs that? What if we lose electricity and we need all these blankets? We've lost electricity a lot here in my hometown. We've had a lot of weird storms. We've been without electricity. We've had to run the generators. I mean, it's, yeah, it's happened. Guess how many times I've had to use those excess blankets? Haven't. We didn't need them. We didn't need all that food. It's me. I love Taylor Swift and I love when she sings her song about it being her. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. So I'm working on it. So my sister-in-law, let me just tell you, so having so much stuff, sometimes I feel like, well, I don't have that much stuff. Sometimes I feel like that, right? But then I go to my sister-in-law's house and she has this huge living room, this huge house. And I look around and I'm like, she doesn't have that much. I don't have that much more stuff than her. But then I go, okay. It's just because I have a smaller house. She has a big house. I try to convince myself of that. It's really funny. I'm sure she's going to say something about that on the comments. I'm sure I have more stuff. But I also have a whole lot of sewing stuff that a lot of homes don't have. So that messes up my space too. And I'm not getting rid of that. I want to try to learn not to be so sentimental and so attached to stuff. I just want to be free. I want to let all that go. The less we have, the more time we have to do the things in life that we want to do. That's what I'm looking forward to. I really hope I follow through with it this time. I want to give myself this real quick, either I want it or I don't want it. Do you use it or you don't use it? It's got to be quick. I feel like I'm like that as a person. I feel like I am super quick-minded, like I can make a decision really fast with everything else in my life, but I can't with my stuff for some reason because I feel like, oh, somebody's gonna need that. So those are the things in me that I'm going to change. I'm going to work on. I'm going to try so hard. I want to have more free time. That's the problem. I can't find anything. I want to be able to find my stuff. So the less stuff I have, the more I can find. The other day I needed my ski pants. Well, you should have seen me looking for ski pants. They could be here. They could be here. They could be here. So I think I'm organized. I'm an organized chaos mess, right? No, I'm not that organized as I think that I am. For goodness sakes, I couldn't even find my ski pants. I did end up finding them, but you know, it took me taking everything out of a closet. Oh well, those days are over. I am changing my ways for sure. So I'm going to get going for now because I really got to get this wrapped up because I want you to come back and I don't want to make this video too long for you. So in the next video, I'm going to have all my boxes ready and I am going to start decluttering. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so happy to start this channel. I hope you guys come back. I hope you watch. I want you to like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, 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 comment. Well, let's be friends here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a nice day. Bye.